I clicked the go live button before I tuned the guitar. Oh, it looks like we're in tune anyway. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. You don't want to be tuning your guitar while you're live, right? Okay, so, oh, you know what I forgot to do? Did I forget to set my live goal? I don't know if I did. Let me see if I forgot to set my live goal. I don't know if this is even going to let me do it now. Okay. Oops. No, not this. Live. Oh, edit my... Okay, the live goal is there. All right. So I got a little bit of a late start, so I was kind of in a little bit of a hurry. So I kind of messed a few things up, but I got lucky. It didn't get messed up. I thought I got it messed up. You know, that's like the old joke. You know, I was wrong once. My father used to say this all the time. You know, I'm not always right. I was wrong once, you know, because I thought I was wrong, and then I found out later that I was actually right. So I was wrong about being wrong. That was my father's joke. That was just very typical of him. Because he actually never did admit he was wrong. Hey, Maggie and Terry are here, and Cash and Morgan. Welcome to my live. I'm Seth Hillary Jackson. I'm here to do original songs for you. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes for a few more people to get here. Corbin and Hattie, welcome. Welcome to my live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. M, how are you? Tori, Lil, how are you? Eva, thank you for liking my live. Lacey, hey, it's great to see you. And Anthony, Joel, Alina, Lacey, thank you for liking my live. Hey everybody, I'm Seth Hillary Jackson. I'm here to do original songs for you all. How are you doing this evening? Did you have a good weekend? How was your week? Tell me about your weekend. Private is here. Yara, welcome. Savannah. Crazy. I'm also crazy. People tell me I'm crazy all the time. Lexi, how are you? And another Seth is here. And us Seths have to stick together. And Stephanie and Mrs. Pickle and Jessica. Welcome, User and Kay. Kinley, Molly. Maddie, how are you? Is that the Maddie? Is this the Maddie? I know every Maddie probably thinks they're the Maddie. But so maybe that's a loaded question I shouldn't ask. But how are you all this evening? Courtney's girlfriend is here. Mrs. Pickle, thank you for liking the live. You know, now these messages are just like shooting off the screen. They're not sticking. So that's not good. So if I don't see it just at the very second it's posted, then I'm missing it because the messages are just disappearing quickly. Well, there I am. For some reason, I'm in love with this little lick. It's the intro to my song Sing It To Me, but I'm not going to do that now. Wow, an infection. We have an infection here. And Mena is here. Welcome, everybody. I did Sing It To Me last night. I might do it again later, possibly. But I had a special request. I don't know if Y is here yet. But I had a request for the opening song. Now it would be kind of sad if I did the opening song that was requested and the person who requested it is not here yet. Oh, thank you, Mila, for sharing the live. And everybody, if you're enjoying my live, please share it and encourage more viewers to join. And Lacey, thank you for sharing. And also, if you are not following me, please hit the follow button. And also, I guess I have the text now in my. Oh, thank you, Crumbles, for sharing, and Bella for the follow. And you can see the text message in my on the screen now, reminding you I have social media and I have a Discord server, and all of my other links are in the smart link. Oh, and thank you, Crumbles, for the follow. So there's a link in my bio. It says website, but that takes you to a link tree that goes to all my socials and all my other streaming platforms, which is especially important now that there's a chance that TikTok could be banned. Oh, thank you so much for the 2025, Uzi. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the love. And yes, Happy New Year to all of you out there in out there land. They used to say, hello, all you out there in video land. I forget what that was when I was a kid. There was some TV show they used to greet us that way. All you out there, no, all you out there in television land. That's what it was. I don't remember which show that was. Thank you, Selena, for sharing the live. So I don't know if Y is here. I haven't seen his name yet. Maddie, thank you for liking the live. And Sippy is here and welcome. Okay, so oh, I see that. I see the problem now. See, there are 3 windows I have to keep an eye on, and I always end up covering up one because not that much traffic comes in on this one window. So I feel like if I got to cover up one of them, that's the one. And I thought, oh, I know, I can move this screen out of the way, but now I see that that takes away some of the tabs. So sometimes messages come in on this other screen and I don't see them. But anyway, I did have a request for an opening song, and I'm kind of just waiting to see if Y makes it here, because he's the person. Nicole, how are you? So Y just joined my Discord server, and he got to make the opening song request. Oh, well, if I'm going to do that song, I almost sometimes, no, I was going to say I almost always. But what I really mean, I sometimes, oh, thank you, Cyrene. I'm so good to see you again. And thank you for 3 more roses. You're so awesome. I'm so glad you're here. So Y requested that I open with Follow the Money. And I hate to do it when he's not here. Let me just check. I'm going to just take a quick look at the Discord server and see if he has said anything. Well, he is not. So he must have missed the message. That's so sad because I want to honor his request. Oh, thank you, MG. You are too. Thank you so much. And again, I just want to remind you, if you're liking my live, if you're enjoying my live, which is different from liking, because liking is you tap the screen and tap, 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 tap. And please do that. But even more importantly, please follow me if you're not already. All right, well, Y asked for Follow the Money. And even though he's not here, I guess I can do it twice if he shows up. There's no, I'm not Taylor Swift, or I'm not, like Taylor Swift would never do the same song twice in a concert, would she? But this isn't really a concert, right? It's a live. It's more of a get-together, a party. So I can do this song now, and then if he comes, who knows? Maybe I can do it again later. Oh, and thank you, Mick, or Mike, for following and for sharing my live. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Follow the Money because I said I would. Turn on the news, there's endless raging and whining about groomers, elites, and radical thugs coming after us. Somebody's trying real hard to keep us divided, as the haters keep searching for things to make sound scandalous. It's easy to get swept up in this culture war, till you see who the outrage machine is really working for. There's a trail to the boss's door. Follow, follow, follow the money. Who gives and gets what? Gotta watch the flow and the funding, top down and back up. The fat cats and their flunkies are also power hungry. Who pulls the levers? As ever, follow the money. Owners of private jets get richer and richer, as the fountain of fear's favored party cuts their taxes. Their 5 men in robes made it legal to bribe politicians. 'Cause that's really all a super PAC is. It's pay to play like their corporate donors want it. You and me take a backseat to their profits. Follow, follow, follow the money. Who gives and gets what? Gotta watch the flow of the funding, top down and back up. The fat cats and their flunkies are all so power hungry. Who pulls the levers? As ever, follow the money. They know voters would kick them to the curb if we were watching what they do. So they get us mad and they keep us scared, 'cause they sure don't want us to follow, follow, follow the money. Who gives and gets what? Gotta watch the flow of the funding, top down and back up. The fat cats and their flunkies are all so power hungry. Who gives the... As ever, follow the money. Who pulls the levers? Go get her. Follow the money. Oh no, now I'm restricted. Visibility restricted because it is unoriginal or reproduced content. That's absurd, so I'm appealing this. I'm doing my own original song. So I have just appealed, and now I got to keep... Oh, Mary. Oh, well, I'm glad to see you watching my live on... I'm probably not supposed to say the name of other platforms, but I'm so glad you're watching my live, no matter where you're watching it from. And we know that... I guess I can mention TikTok, but I really hope they don't get banned. Oh, and thank you so much, Crumbles, for 3 roses. And this appeal had better be approved. Oh, I forgot to take a screenshot. Well, that's okay. I know what it said. Now I have to keep an eye out because this message, appeal accepted or denied, will flash really quickly across my screen. Meanwhile, Miles is here, and A. Carricker, thank you for sharing the live, and thank you, Cyrene, for the applause, and Comedian is here. Welcome. I love comedians. Some people tell me I'm funny, but then looks aren't everything. Okay, so I'm waiting on the results of this appeal. They're telling me that I'm posting unoriginal or reproduced content when I'm actually singing original songs that I wrote. So that must be an AI bot that somehow... I know, I really am so glad there's another way. And everybody, in case TikTok does get banned, there is a link. It says appeal approved, thank goodness. So, we're not restricted anymore. So, in case TikTok does get banned... Oh, and Andra, how are you? I almost didn't see you. In case TikTok does get banned, there are other links. There are other places you can follow me, and they're in my... oh, and thank you, Uzi, for the rose. I really appreciate you. So, there's it says website. It's in my bio or in my profile. It says website. At least it says that on TikTok. In other places, it says something else, but it takes you to actually a link tree. And the link tree has all my streaming platforms, including my Spotify. And it has my Discord server. And it has my website. And you know, if you go to my website, you can actually download my music. Even if you want to, you can get it for free. And you can also sign up for my Seth Heads newsletter. So I encourage you to please go to that link and follow me in all those places. Especially if this app gets banned, that would be so bad. But we'd still have a way of connecting. Okay, so we started with that song as a request. Now I could do another. That's a political song, and I've written actually. I've mentioned before I'm kind of obsessed with politics, but it's important to me because it really affects people's lives. And part of me is an idealist, and I'm so disillusioned at how when things are going badly and people are being dishonest, and there's so much dishonesty and bad things going on now, and there's this like disinformation system going out there, and it's really just designed to make people mad at each other. And that's what this song is about. They have an ulterior motive. And if you're really like, it's so hard to know who's lying to you. Like one side is saying one thing and the other side is saying the exact same thing about the other side. And I've written a bunch of songs. I have a new one actually that I'm working on that's about the same topic. I've written like 4 or 5 songs on this topic. Well, you can join on TikTok, I hope, but I'm glad you're here, even if you have to go now. Thank you for being here, Mary. I really appreciate it. And thank you again, Lacey, for sharing my live, and welcome, Giselle. So, this song hopefully will give you a way to try to figure out who's lying to you and who's not lying to you. Follow the money. Not only who donates to the candidates, but what they get back in return. All right, well, I hope to see you on TikTok in a few minutes. And welcome to Mary. Mary joined. Taylor. Is that the same Mary that was just on the other platform? I don't know. But either way, welcome Mary and Maddie and Buggin. And Nat, welcome to my live. So, okay, I'm going to do another one of these songs. I hope people aren't, well, some people are going to be offended. I guess that's the risk of political songs. They can offend people. Although the one I'm working on now, the brand new one, which it's not ready to play yet, is kind of designed to hopefully not offend anyone. And still have a positive message. That's a tough one. But I'm working on doing that. Oh, thank you for all the shares, Mary. And now I'm looking to find this brand new song that I wrote. Where did I put it? Oh, it's probably in a tab that's not. I have to expand this thing. Okay, well. All right, here we go. This is a song that I hope, I guess the risk is some people will be offended, but other people, I guess, will really relate to it and really like it. So I hope that you're among the people who relate to it and really like it. And then there's the dream that it might change people's minds, but that's kind of the whole point of this song, is it probably won't. They come to look for work. Oh, wait. They come here to find work. We declare an invasion. Crime is down, but we're sure it's through the roof. It's on podcasts we like and our favorite stations. Whoever tells us different is fake news. We can't tell what's real and what's made up. We take the bull spit in through eyes wide shut. We see what we want to see. We hear what we want to hear. We could look past our fear, but we don't want to. We could research, we could check our facts. Little work to take our power back. It's not that we don't know all that. It's that we don't want to. One owns 7 homes and a private island, while tens of millions struggle to make rent. There's a scammer and a fraud who won't stop lying. And that's who we elect as president. We get less of the pie while they grab more. We swallow all their lies as our main course. We see what we want to see. We hear what we want to hear. We can look past our fear, but we don't want to. We could research, we could check our facts, a little work to take our power back. It's not that we don't know all that, it's that we don't want to. We don't want to. We don't want to. We got hate we'd rather hold on to. We could learn, but we don't want to. The ones with the bucks control the information. They're in luck with our cooperation. We see what we want to see. We hear what we want to hear. We could look past our fear, but we don't want to. We could research, we could check our facts, a little work to take our power back. It's not that we don't know all that, it's that we don't want to. We don't want to. We don't want to. We got hate we'd rather hold on to. We could learn, but we don't want to. We could learn, but we don't want to. Well, thank you, Heart and Flag, for sharing the live. Thank you, Cyrene. I'm so glad you liked that song. I don't know how many people got chased away by that song and how many people really... Oh, thank you for 6 more roses. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you, Cyrene. And Andrea's here. So how many people are still here after that? I can't see how many people are watching. Somebody please tell me how many people are still here after I performed that song. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Speaking of how many people are here, I might be able to tell. There's this app here that I forgot to connect. Now it's connecting. Is it telling me how many people are here? 21, now 37. Oh, well, I don't know. I think there were probably a couple hundred a few minutes ago, and now we're down to 21, so maybe people were offended by that song. And if they were, well, those are probably the people who need to hear it, right? The people who are most offended. You know, as long as we're offending people, I might as well do this other recent song. This was my single that came out in September. Oh, and thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you like this song, Justin. Right. Well, the people who need to hear that song are the... Oh, thank you, Helena, for the follow. And people, if you're enjoying my live, please follow me. Hit the follow button. And, I mean, we're on a roll offending people. So, I'm going to do this recent single. And so that song had an explicit word, which I sang a sound-alike word to. And this one also does. And it's the same word. Actually, I have the same word, or a variation of the same word in several songs. My stuff is usually like G-rated, but I use that word in a few songs, including this one. But you'll know the sound-alike word because it rhymes with Twitter, and it's in the second line of the song. And then maybe we'll take a break from offending people after I do this one. Okay. Oh, wait a second. I'm messing up my screens. I'm misclicking on things. Okay, so here we go. He calls it X. I still call it Twitter. Either way, that site has gone into the spitter. Name calling, rage trolling, lies and outright slander. Elon reposting Nazi propaganda. Lies move at the speed of light. No one cares what's wrong or what's right. People spit out insults to that space. They never say straight to your face. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Take a look at Newsmax, take a look at Fox. The way they talk to us, they think we're dumb as rocks. Non-stop, over the top, poison for the mind. 24/7, all outrage all the time. A creation of malignant dreams. A well-oiled hate machine. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Anti-social. 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 Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. They're fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Oh, thank you. Oh, did I already see those? If I didn't thank you already, Cyrene, for those other 2 roses. Oh, and Anro, I didn't even see that. 5 roses. Thank you so much. Oh, and Cyrene, 5 more roses. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Everybody who's sending me love, thank you so much. And Mary, thank you for sharing, and Cyrene for sharing, and Justin for sharing, and everybody, if you're enjoying my live, please share it and follow me if you're not already. And also, I mean, I don't want to be too demanding, but also tap the screen. I want to see if we can get to, I don't know how many likes we have tonight. The goal is 20,000 likes. I know that seems ambitious, but we often make it. And we're already up to 10,000. That's pretty amazing. Thank you, everybody, so much. So I guess, you know, it might offend people, but, you know, that's always the risk. But then other people might really, really relate to what is being said. And so that's the, you know what, I've written, you know, I really think that there's so much problem with people being uninformed and misinformed and deliberately misinformed. And then the dishonesty, it just kills me. I just hate it. And it's such a problem. So I've been writing so many songs on this topic, and I have a brand new one that's not really quite ready yet, I don't think. It might be. I thought it was ready last week. I almost played it. But I have this Friday night songwriter group that I go to. We have a Zoom meeting. I thought I should just hold it back for my songwriter Zoom. And I did, and it was a good thing because they pointed out some stuff or helped me come up with, there was like one thing that was actually bugging me about it, and they gave me a way to, an idea on how to fix it. So I did that. I think it's really good now, but I thought that before. So I just need objective feedback from other experienced songwriters before I break it out publicly. But like I've written so many songs recently on this information and disinformation problem, and it's so important that people know what's going on because they're getting, oh, Dot, thank you for sharing the live. They're getting misled. You know, I realize people say, we took our country back. We took our country back. We got to take our country back. Well, guess what? No, I'm afraid we didn't take our country back. We actually gave our country away to billionaires. And I know this is not supposed to be a political live, and but I do political songs, and so if I'm going to do my political songs, I just feel like I want to talk about them. And oh, thank you, Cyrene. I'm glad you are. I appreciate the virtual applause. You know, I could make political videos. I've been telling my life story on my videos. And then I get all these other, you know, I watch other political videos. So then I get so many of these political videos on my feed. And then I watch them, and the more I watch them, the more I get them. I feel like, you know, I could make political videos too, but I don't know. It's too dangerous, I feel like, these days. There are too many nutty people around. Oh, thank you, for sharing the live. And thank you, Lila's favorites, for following the host. That's me. And thank you so much for the follow. And Kaylee, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate all you people following me. And anybody else, if you're not following me already and you're enjoying my live, please follow me. And also, you know, there's that link. I've mentioned this several times, but I'm going to keep mentioning it. The link, it says website, but it actually takes you to a smart link or a link tree or whatever you call it. And that has all my other streaming platforms and all my socials. And in case this platform gets banned. And I have a Discord server, and there's an invite link there too. So please join that and go to, you know, follow me on the other platforms. And there's my website where you can actually stream and download my music. And you can download it if you want. You can download it for free. And there's also merch. I have merch on my website. And speaking of merch, okay, you know what? So I have like that song. I have like the album cover. You can get like the t-shirt for the album cover. I also made merch out of some of my songs. Thank you, Lacey, for sharing. So some of my songs have these lines, like just individual lines that I feel like this line stands alone as a message. So I put it like on t-shirts and posters and coffee mugs and things. And so I'm going to do one of the songs. This is the first one of those songs that I did that with. I've done it with like 4 or 5 songs now, but I'm going to do the first one in that group. So I'll play the song, and then maybe you'll be able to tell. Hopefully you'll be able to tell and guess from hearing the song which line I turned into merch. But I'll tell you at the end. Oops! Wait, I'm starting the wrong song. No, that's also the wrong song. Oh, that's right. I'm just laying low. Got no place to go, but I've got time. I don't need a car. I've got my guitar and this song of mine. Maybe I should be bored, just me and these 4 walls. Maybe I should have more, but I'm fine living small. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going wrong, not a whole lot. Got gratitude and a heartbeat. What more do I really need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I like what I've got. I've had a bite to eat. Got 2 shoes on my feet and a place called home. My body works okay. The bills will all get paid, and I like this song. Maybe I could have more, but I can have a lot less. Maybe I can afford a little time with no stress. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going wrong, not a whole lot. Got gratitude and a heartbeat. What more do I really need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I like what I've got. There are crazy days that tire me out. to the bone. It's fine sometimes if the world wants to leave me alone. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going wrong, not a whole lot. Got gratitude and a heartbeat. What more do I really need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I like what I've got. Gratitude and a heartbeat. What more does anyone need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Thank you, Mike, for the follow, and Cyrene for 3 more roses. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. And Gabby, thank you for the compliment. And so anyway, the line that I turned into merch from that song is gratitude and a heartbeat. What more does anyone need? Now, I had to make a choice because I changed. So 3 times in the song, it says gratitude and a heartbeat. What more do I really need? But then I repeat it at the end and I change it to, I broaden it to what more does anyone need? So I could have made the shirt say, or all the merch rather, not just the shirt. I could have made it say, gratitude and a heartbeat, what more do I really need? Or I could have made it say, gratitude and a heartbeat, what more does anyone need? And I had to decide, and I picked the latter, even though I say that only once in the song, but it's at the end and it's broadened out. I feel like it's more, oh, thank you, Cyrene. What is that? Is that a dolphin? I'm sorry, I can't see. My eyes are blurry and the screen is far away and it shows me the picture, but it doesn't tell me the name. And I really appreciate you sending me that. And I'd really love to know what it's called so please let me know what that's called and I can properly thank you for it. And Gabby. Is that short for Gabrielle by any chance? Because that gives me an excuse. I actually have a song called Gabrielle. So I can either do that or I could do another song that I turned into, the songs that I turned into merch are songs that are obviously, they're meaningful to me because I got these lines that I thought were important enough to create products around them. So I like doing those songs, for various reasons. But, they're important to me. But I do have this song called Gabrielle that I could play also. But I'm gonna do another one of my message songs with a line. And let's see if anybody can guess which line I turned into merch items. Oh, and the funny thing is both of these songs, I have 2 songs that both mention the fact that my body's working okay, and actually I've been having problems because I have long COVID. So my body's not working quite as okay as it was when I wrote these, but it's still, I'm not dead. I can still perform live for a period of time, a few times a week. So I guess I should be thankful for what I have. A child's birthday's a party with their friends. Mine feels like a countdown to the end. I look back on the distance I have come. There are doors I still want to open up. My body's past its prime, but mostly working fine, and I've still got time to hunt treasure. It's easy to believe that I'm too old to dream, but I'm young enough to know better. The clock is ticking till the day it's not. While I'm kicking, I'll give it all I've got. My plans maybe aren't meant to be. ray of hope is just enough for me. My body's past its prime, but mostly working fine, and I've still got time to hunt treasure. It's easy to believe that I'm too old to dream, but I'm young enough to know better. When all is done and I'm laid to rest, I'll be at peace if I've done my best. I'm on a quest. My body's past its prime, but mostly working fine, and I've still got time to hunt treasure. It's easy to believe that I'm too old to dream. I'm young enough to know better. It's easy to believe that I'm too old to dream, but I'm young enough to know better. I'm young enough to know better. I'm young enough to know better. So the line in that song that I turned into merch is, "A ray of hope is just enough for me," because that's something that, that's a message I would just want to wear and share with people. So that's all on my website, which is under the website link. But again, the website link takes you to the link tree, which goes to all my socials and streaming platforms and my Discord. So I hope you'll go there and go to all those places and join and follow, etc. Anna, welcome. Clara, welcome to my live. Ashley, Biscuit, Katie, welcome. I'm Seth Hillary Jackson. I'm doing original songs for you all. And I hope you're having a great night. Daddy, Kathy, Hart, Erin, welcome. How are you tonight? Kate, Ree is here. Hey, Ree. How are you tonight? So again, I can't tell how many people are here. I would love to know if you could somebody could let me know how many people are here. That would really be, and let's see this. Does this tell me how many people are here? No. But it does say that I have a goal. We're 4,000 likes away from the goal of 20,000. So everybody, please, if you can help meet the live goal of 20,000 likes by tapping your screen, that would be totally awesome. 98 people, 106. That's amazing. Thank you, Rihanna, and thank you, Kaylee, and thank you, Ark. The number just seems... Sonic the Hedgehog, I just noticed, is here, which is really... there's this game. So New York Times has Wordle. I just started playing that recently. And then I found out they also have this game, Connections, which is actually more fun than Wordle because it's a little bit harder. And today's Connections, one of the clues was Sonic the Hedgehog. And I just saw somebody is here with that name, which is just a coincidence, I guess. But I never heard of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I had to look it up. But then it turned out I looked it up, and it mentioned that it was a movie based on a video game. And then I ended up getting the answer wrong because... Oh, thank you, Rihanna, for the follow. I ended up getting it wrong because there were several other clues that were also video games. So I thought that one was grouped in with the video games. But it turned out that was not part of that connection. So I was sure that was the right answer. So it tells you when you gotta group the ideas. You get there are 16 words or phrases, and you gotta group them together into 4 related phrases that are connected. So, and if you guess 4 things and 3 of them are right, it tells you 1 away. So I got 1 away, and I thought, well, Sonic the Hedgehog is definitely right because that's a video game. So I changed other guesses. It turned out that was the one that was not part of the connection. Hey, Kat, how are you? Oh, and thank you, Blanca, for the follow. Or is that Bianca? Bianca. Thank you so much. And everybody, if you're enjoying my live, please follow me, or if you're not already. And let's see if we can get to 20,000 likes. That would be totally awesome. So I'm doing much better now that you're here, Kat. I know that's corny, but I'm really glad to see you, actually. For real, I am. I'm so glad to see you back. Okay, so what's next on the song agenda? I don't know how many more songs I can actually do. Some of you know, if you've been to my lives before and you've heard me before, you know I have long COVID. And that manifests as chronic fatigue. And, every day I think about it. Can I go live today? I can't go more than a couple of hours without having to take a nap. Sometimes all I got to do is lie down for 20 minutes and then I'm good for another couple of hours. But I can't really go anywhere anymore except for I go grocery shopping and I go to the doctor and I do my lives and then it's like, okay, I want to work on a new song or I'm going to go live and I usually can't do both in the same day. And when I do go live, I used to limit my live to just 20 minutes because there's the worst part of this is what's called post-exertional malaise. And if you overdo it, then you get what's called a crash. And you don't know you overdone it until you get the crash the next day. So I'm starting to wonder if I should keep doing songs. I really want to my goal is to stay live for an hour. And I've been live just coming up on 47 minutes, exactly 47 minutes. So I want to stay live for an hour. And I love doing songs for you all. But sometimes I just got to start chatting instead. And I love to talk, as you may know. I'm a storyteller, if you've been watching my videos. You know that I'm telling my life story. But I don't want to, I think at least I got to do one more song, right? And I haven't done any country songs yet. I actually have and I haven't done my latest single either. And I have a new single coming out next Friday, this coming Friday. I should have, you know what? I'm going to check right now. I shouldn't be doing this, checking my website during my live, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I always do things I'm not supposed to do. Now I typed website instead of the name of my website. I want to see if I have the pre-save link on my website. I'm just checking to see. No, I don't. I've got to put this pre-save link to my new single on my website. That would be smart, wouldn't it? But I do have my latest single there for download. So I guess I should do my latest single because, it's my latest single. And all artists, not just me, I'm sure all artists want their fans, oh darn, I clicked the wrong button again, to listen to their latest single. And you can download it, if you want, for free from my website. And you can also stream it on Spotify and all the other platforms. I just clicked the wrong link. I opened this app that I don't want to open. Okay, so I'm going to do my latest single for you all. And then maybe I'll do my upcoming single if I can. But I'm going to do this is my latest single. This came out on December 13th, almost exactly a month ago. Oh, those eyes. Oh, your touch. Oh, the feelings you stir up. Deep breath. You excite me and scare me to death. Let's go somewhere. Get so far gone, no, we don't care. Come with me. Hold on tight. We can make it all the way tonight. On the edge, you and me, as close as we can ever be. Come with me. Oh, your scent. Oh, those lips. Oh, the way you move those hips. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You're so good, I'm losing myself. Want more, more. Now every part of me is yours. Come with me. Hold on tight. We can make it all the way tonight. On the edge, you and me, as close as we can ever be. Come with me. You're all that matters. You're all I see. All I want is for you to come with me. Hold on tight. We can make it all the way tonight. On the edge, you and me, as close as we can never be. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Oh, thank you, Naz. I'm so glad you liked that. And thank you, Gab Fab, for the follow. And everybody, please follow me if you're enjoying my live. So how are we doing on the likes? I'm going to check the like total. 24,000! Oh my goodness, thank you so much, everybody. You're all so amazing. We made 20,000. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not. So the next goal, I don't know if we can make this because I'm probably not going to be around long enough, but the next goal, see, once we hit one goal, there's this app, it's called Tickfinity here, and it keeps track of things like live goals. So, the share goal, we need 5 more. Oh, I think my share goal is maybe too high. The goal is 50 shares, and so far it's only 15, which I guess, I know there have been more shares, but I guess each individual person who shares counts as one, I'm guessing. But we're 1/3 of the way to the share goal. And let's see how, I think we have a new followers goal too, don't we? Oh, maybe, I used to get, there were a bunch of times where I was getting almost 100 new followers in a live, so I set the goal at 50. But maybe that's a little ambitious. I should lower it. But we're at 10 new followers right now. So let's see if we can get more new followers. And then it automatically, I guess it's a trick. It's tricky. Oh, thank you, Lily, for the share, and Kaylee for the share, and Sophie for the share. All the shares, thank you so much. And user for the share, thank you so much. So it resets the goal. Once we get to the 20,000 live goal. Now there's a new goal. It's almost a bait and switch, I guess. But no, it's good. You get you reach your goal, you set a new goal. So now the goal is at 40,000. So, thank you everybody for the shares, and everybody, if you're not following me yet, please do that. I know we're a ways from that follower goal, but wait a second. Now that thing says, now I got to check this thing again because I think it's, did I make a mistake? Yeah, it says 10 new followers, but it shows here 14 new followers. So something is not right. Something here is out of whack. Okay, now I got my windows all misaligned again. Now I got to realign all my windows. Okay, they're all now aligned. So that song was my latest single, and you can stream it on Spotify, or from my website, or from YouTube, or from any streaming platform, Apple Music, etc. And you can also download it for free from my website if you want. You can also, it gives you the option. If you want to support me by naming a price, you can do that, but it's free if you want it. So I do have another single coming. And you know what? I have not done any country songs yet tonight. I noticed. I just realized I have not done a country song. And my latest single, my upcoming single, is in fact a country song. And I used to write lots and lots of country songs because before I started doing my own, releasing my own music, I spent like decades working on a career as a songwriter, just behind the scenes. Thank you for sharing. I can't see your username, and thank you, Lacey, for sharing. And so I used to go to Nashville. I make trips to Nashville. I had the luxury. I was living in Los Angeles. I had the luxury of traveling to Nashville like 3 or 4 times a year and staying before my kids were born, I was going for 2 weeks at a time, like 4 times a year. And I'd go there and I would write songs with other writers. Most of the songs you hear on the radio are co-written. And I'd meet with publishers. And so I actually wrote this with somebody in Los Angeles. They were at my house, and we were, when you're writing songs like that, there's so many great songwriters in Nashville, really. And I just saw this publisher talking about this the other day. I saw a video of him, and they got all these staff writers that they hire, and this, in order to get a staff writing deal, it's really hard to get a staff writing deal. I came really close to getting staff writing deals a bunch of times, and I got these are all stories I'm going to tell eventually. But I actually did get one. It was not your typical staff writing deal. It was basically a staff writing deal, but it was structured differently from your typical deal because the guy didn't want to go through all the formalities of, a regular writer's contract with. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, they have so many great songs, and the thing that, they have so many really good songs. They call them, I got sick of hearing this, but it's really true. They said, we got plenty of good songs. We need great songs. And when you have all these writers who can, every song they turn in is really well written and really good, but only a few of them stand out. And one of the things that makes a song stand out is having an interesting or unusual idea behind the song, which is often expressed as the song title. So the song title is really important. They call it the hook. If you ever hear songwriters talking about the hook, usually what they mean is the song title. And the reason it's called the hook is because the title is usually, and in pop songs nowadays, this isn't always true, but the title is usually the part that gets repeated again and again. You hear it again and again. They sing the chorus and the title, and you hear it repeated, and that's the part that hooks you in. So they call it the hook. So I was having this conversation with another writer about song titles. It's like, what makes a good song title? And the funny thing is, my wife just happened to be overhearing this conversation, and she chimed in. She said, this is back in in the early 90s. Remember the movie Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey? Actually, the reason I even remembered about this song is because people on this app keep telling me I look like Jim Carrey. And I'm like, well, I'm not Jim Carrey, but he inspired one of my songs. So my wife heard this conversation, and the movie Dumb and Dumber had been in the theaters, and we'd all seen it. It was really hilarious. And she said, well, like Dumb and Dumber, that's a really great title, at least for a movie. I know it wouldn't be a good song title. And as soon as I heard the words, it wouldn't be a good song title, it's like my brain jumped into action. I sort of took it as a challenge, and like immediately I came up with this idea that's like, we got to write this song. We got to write this. And I've performed it on my lives before, and people seem to like it. So I am going to release it as a single. And it's coming out on Friday the 17th, this Friday. And I'm going to do that for you, and this is probably going to be the last song I do this evening. When it comes to my heart, I always use my head. I don't get involved, 'cause I know how insane love gets. I read the book about Venus and Mars with my feet firmly on Earth. And I fell for her and blew it real bad, then messed it up worse. It was Dumb and Dumber, a double-barrel bummer, a 1-2 punch to the heart. It was Dumb and Dumber, I really did a number when I tried to be so smart. With all my horse sense and intelligence, I sure did catch on slow. It was dumb to let myself fall in love, and even dumber to let her go. She's a homecoming queen. She's the 4th of July. One look at her and I was stark raving out of my mind. We lit a flame till my brain stepped in and said, get a grip on yourself. And now I gotta see her holding hands with somebody else. It was Dumb and Dumber, a double-barrel bummer, a 1-2 punch to the heart. It was Dumb and Dumber, I really did a number when I tried to be so smart. With all my horse sense and intelligence, I sure did catch on slow. It was dumb to let myself fall in love, and even dumber to let her go. I use logic, I take calculated risks, but I didn't count on wanting her like this. It was Dumb and Dumber, a double-barrel bummer, a 1-2 punch to the heart. It was Dumb and Dumber, I really did a number when I tried to be so smart. With all my horse sense and intelligence, oh man, did I catch on slow. It was dumb to let myself fall in love, and even dumber to let her go. It was dumb to let myself fall in love, and even dumber to let her go. So that will be out on Friday. You'll be able to hear it on Spotify, on my website, and all the other streaming platforms. And I will update my website to put a pre-save link, a Spotify pre-save link. Right now, if you go to my website, you'll see my latest single is right there on the front page of my website, as well as on my music page. But I will instead, on the front page of my website, I will put a pre-save link to that song. And I hope you like it. And I hope you liked it. And I hope you've been enjoying my live this evening. And I'm so glad all of you are here. And I should mention that song got me a lot of attention in Nashville. It actually was on hold for a major artist. And and I had publishing offers. I actually had, there's this one publisher. She was a very successful publisher. And, the funny thing is, there's so many, the music business is so subjective and it's all, a lot of it is just like feel and vibe and even the professionals who do this for a living get it wrong a lot. There are legendary things about the Beatles getting rejected by record labels and the Who. One of their albums, they have this live album. It's a double album. It's called Live at Leeds. And, in the old days when people actually bought vinyl records, they had these album covers. And the album covers were often works of art. And this was a double album, so it folded out. And on the album cover, on the inside of the album cover, The Who put copies of all these rejection letters they got from record companies. I mean, I guess that's a good way of giving a middle finger to all the record companies who rejected them. But anyway, this one publisher, I was really new to the game. This song was, early in my songwriting career. And it was still a big thing for me to get to meet with publishers. And I met with this publisher, and she wanted to sign that song to a single song publishing contract. And I should have been thrilled about that. But there was something missing from she had two of my songs that she wanted to sign. Oh, and I've been doing that. I haven't done that song recently. I have this other song called Ain't No School for That I've been performing lately. That she wanted to sign these two songs, but there was something she wouldn't give us that I was told never to always demand this particular thing, and she wouldn't give it to us. So I didn't sign with her, but I was tempted to sign the other song with her, but not this one, because believe it or not, so when I said that I got this great idea that I wanted to write this song about, Dumb and Dumber wouldn't make a good song title. Oh, wait a second. So I just thought of something, what could be dumb and then even dumber that could be, so it was dumb to let myself fall in love and even dumber to let her go. I thought, oh my God, that's great. I got to write this. So we wrote the song because I came up with that. I just thought that's like one of the best ideas I ever came up with. And a lot of people agreed. A lot of people loved that song. But this one publisher who wanted to sign the song said, I want to sign the song, but you got to change that line. And believe it or not, she wanted me to change it to, it was dumb to let myself fall in love and even dumber not to let her know. And I'm like, you don't want to get into, especially when you're a new writer, you don't want to argue with publishers, but that was just so wrong. Oh, thank you, Kay, for the follow, and Lily for the follow. Thank you so much. That was just so obviously wrong. And I didn't know how to tell her, it's like, that put me in a weird position because it's like, what if I signed one song and not the other? I'd have to explain why I signed one but not the other, and I just felt so awkward about that. And I don't remember, but I ended up not signing either song with her. I still met with her a bunch of times after that, and then I stopped meeting with her, and then I had this 20 years later, I ran into somebody who was one of her writers. She still had her company. And I said, I used to meet with her all the time, but I haven't. She said, oh, you should call her. She'd love to meet with you. So I got a meeting with her, and it was the most awkward thing. I felt like she didn't remember who I was, but when I walked in, she saw me, and then I must have done something that she didn't like, because she was acting really strange, like she didn't want to be there for the whole meeting. And I didn't know, I freeze up. So, I wish I could have said, did I do something wrong? Because I really felt like something was wrong, and I didn't know what to say, so I didn't say anything. I freeze up in a lot of situations. That's unfortunate, but so I froze up in that situation. I wish I could have just said, hey, did I do something wrong? But, oh well. So, that's all the songs I am able to do for this evening because of my chronic fatigue. I don't want to aggravate it, and I may have already. That's the problem is, there's this post-exertional malaise. And, if you overdo it, you go past your body's threshold. You get this crash. But you don't know it until you don't know you've gone past the threshold. And I'm afraid maybe I have, because I was kind of starting to feel a little fatigued. But I did a couple more songs. But I don't know, because it's, I start to do the songs. Then sometimes I get this burst of energy. So it's like, is that good or bad? I mean, is that hurting my body? I'll know tomorrow, I guess. I had to take about 6 days off after New Year's Day because I just couldn't do it for during that time. I was just so tired all day long. I mean, I'm always tired. I take a nap, and then I'm like, okay, can I go live? I don't know. I feel tired, but I always get a burst of energy, but I was not feeling the burst. There's some days it's like, no, I've just been too tired today. I'm just not even going to try it. So, I hate to end my live because I just, I can hang around and chat. That doesn't take as much exertion as doing songs, but I don't know. I might have to just even stop chatting with you all. I'm so glad you're all here. I really am so happy to see you all. I mean, I virtually see you. I can't actually see you. That's kind of, the one thing about, I haven't played out live since, since COVID. I did once. But, I'm afraid to play live. I don't want to get reinfected because who knows what that will do to my long COVID. But, that's the one great thing about being live is you can see the audience and you can hear them. And if they really like you, you can tell because they're, you can tell by the enthusiasm that they're giving you. And then people will come up to you afterwards and say, man, that was great. Great job. Great job. And here I can see comments and I can see follows and likes. So that's good. It's just not quite the same as when you can actually hear the audience and see them. But I can see your follows and I can see your likes and I can see your gifting and sharing, and so I really appreciate that. And I can see that there are people. I actually can't see how many people are here. I cannot see the number of people who are here, but I can see we got almost 30,000 likes. That's totally amazing. 16 new followers. That's great. Thank you. And I see people are still joining. Emma is here and Jasmine is here. 260 people are here. Oh my God. That's totally amazing. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Luz? Thank you so much. And I hope you're all having a good night. You all have a good weekend? How was your weekend? Everybody, how was your weekend this weekend? I mean, it's Sunday. Are you looking forward to going back to work or school? How many are working and how many are in school? I would like to know. And how many of you are old people like me? I know I can see the stats of the age group, and there aren't too many. It looks like I'm really happy. Thank you, Lacey, for sharing the live. I'm really happy to see that my audience is much younger than me. It feels good. My own kids don't really. They listen to pop music. Well, my daughter's actually a classical musician. She plays violin and she's pretty good. She actually gets paid to play violin, believe it or not. Well, my weekend was, most of my weekends are uneventful. I actually, did get some unfortunate news because, I have some relatives in California. I didn't even realize they live really close to where we used to live. And their house was burned down. But they're safe. So that was bad news that I got over the week. I guess I got that on maybe Friday. Oh, I'm so flattered. If I were not already married, I might consider it. But we'd have to get to know each other first. But I'm really flattered by that. Dot. I don't know how to pronounce your username, whether it's dot or period. Well, I'm sure you are too. There's no doubt. You know, I wish I was performing when I was younger. But instead I was just behind the scenes, and, you know, I used to have these, I shouldn't even admit this, I used to have these fantasies. I always had a hard time. I was really, I was shy around women, but then I sort of learned to overcome that, and I used to get a lot of dates, but then I would have a hard time with the second date because I'd have anxiety attacks. If I liked somebody, I'd have anxiety attacks. So, but I used to have these fantasies that I'd have a hit song, and that would be my way of meeting. You know, I'd go to the bar and they'd be playing the song, and I'd be like, "Do you like the song?" "Well, I wrote that." I'm like, "Wow, really?" That was my Donnie. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Lana, for the tiny tiny. I really appreciate the love. From Maryland. Thank you so much from Maryland. You know, my uncle used to live. I used to have this. He was our favorite uncle, and he was my uncle from Baltimore. Oh, thank you, Booby, for the rose. I really appreciate the love. From Maryland, or from wherever you are. And from wherever you are. So, you know, I want to end the live, and now you people are sending me all this love, so that makes me want to stay a little longer. But now I got to think of something to talk about. Massachusetts. I used to live in Massachusetts. I lived in Massachusetts for 5 years. I have some family members in Massachusetts, actually. Still. Well, I first lived in Framingham. Yes, I've been to Maine. I went skiing in Maine, and I saw the Grateful Dead in Maine a few times. But I lived in Framingham. I was working in Marlborough. And then I moved to Worcester. And I will talk about that. You know, if you're watching my videos on my profile, I'm sort of telling my life story. And I haven't gotten up to the Massachusetts part yet. But I will get there. So, yes, I went to Sugarloaf. I went skiing at Sugarloaf. Oh, thank you, Aldi C, for the follow. So I went skiing at Sugarloaf. Oh, really? Up in northern Maine? It was so cold. You know, I heard Sugarloaf was one of the best places to ski, and I went on it when I was living in Massachusetts. I was working for this big company, Digital Equipment, which is no longer there. It was bought by one company, and then it was absorbed by Hewlett Packard. So I don't know if the plant is still there in Marlborough or not, but so I joined the ski club, and we had a trip to Sugarloaf, and it was so cold. I just remember that ski trip. It was just so cold. So it wasn't the best time. You know, I had all this ski clothing and everything, but that weekend was just so cold. It was almost too cold to ski. Oh yeah, I also so I saw the Grateful Dead in Portland a couple of times, and then they did this little weekend in Lewiston. Not Lewiston. They did one in Lewiston, but I didn't go to that one. Where did I see them? Oxford. Was it Oxford? Oxford, yeah, at the Oxford Speedway. The Oxford Speedway, is that still there? In Maine? That was like a really epic Grateful Dead, especially the first night. That's like I mean, there are a lot of like famous Grateful Dead concerts among the Deadheads, but the one in Oxford on July 2nd, 1988 is one of the really legendary ones. And I was there, and it was really, really amazing. It was such a great time. It was, the whole environment there was great, and the crowd was great, and the music was great, and I have a recording of it. I have a lot of Grateful Dead recordings. I actually listen to the Grateful Dead almost every day. I should, that's one of the ones I go back to more than, there's some I go back to more than others, and the one from July 2nd, 1988 is one of the ones that I go back to fairly often, because that one just was so good. Oh, Booby, thank you for the follow. There's another window I'm not looking at. I should be monitoring 3 windows, and one of them always gets neglected because there aren't that many people usually in this other window, but every once in a while some people show up and make comments and I miss them. Small world, huh? Yeah. What part of Massachusetts are you from? My brother's in Massachusetts. I would tell you, he used to be a dentist, but he's kind of retired now, so I probably shouldn't share his details. But if you were looking for a dentist and you were not retired, I might refer you. Oh, thank you for the rose, Booby. Would it be corny if I said, that's a booby prize? No, that sounds negative, doesn't it? Because the booby prize is a bad thing, but this is a good thing. So it's not a booby prize. Even if it came from Booby, it's not a booby prize. It is, but it isn't. It's the... I'm trying to make a joke out of this, and it's failing miserably. But I guess you probably get it, right? I really do appreciate the roses. Thank you so much, Booby. And thank you, Booby and Kaylee and Grinch Fan and official Slow Dan and Starla and Ella and Sammy and Mia and Person with an Emoji and Sarah. You are all being listed, and Maddie and Rizu and Sunny and Camilla. It's showing. And Candy. Oh, Candy, thank you for the rose. That just put you up on it shows top viewers. I don't know how it calculates who the top viewers are. Oh, thank you, Maya, for the follow. I'm sorry, Robin, what is that? I'm O. I don't know what that means. But Candy, that it's showing top viewers, and that rose just boosted you to the number 2 position in top viewers. And I don't know how it calculates this, but all the people I just named are top viewers. And I really appreciate all of you for being here. Oh, it was a typo. So now, what did you mean to say? I would love to hear what you were going to say. I suspected it was a typo, to tell you the truth. But I'm anxiously awaiting the untypoed message. I see Taylor has joined, and Danny, and Artby, and Katya, and Jay, and Jade all have joined. And I'm Seth Hillary Jackson, and I have been doing original songs, although I have reached my limit because of my chronic fatigue. So I'm just chatting now and telling stories. And I'm waiting. Robin, please type the message. I want to know what you were going to say. Please, you're keeping me in suspense. You're keeping all of us. I'm sure everybody out here wants to hear what you were going to say. You're originally, is that what it is? You're originally from? Come on. Oh, thank you, Sabrina, for sharing the live. And everybody, please, if you're enjoying my live, please follow me if you're not already. And also, I've mentioned a few times, but I will mention again. There's a website. It says website. Oh, thank you, Hannah, for the follow. It says website in my profile, but that actually goes to a link tree. And that goes to my website, my Discord server, all my other streaming platforms. And it's really important, especially if this app, I don't want to say it, but TikTok could be banned. And if it does get banned, if you are following me on these other platforms and if you're in my Discord and everything, we can still stay connected. So please do that if you're enjoying my live. Oh, and thank you, Thalia, for the rose. I really appreciate the love, everybody. And so I was about to end my live, and then, oh, thank you for the heart puff. Oh, you're in the Discord, Donnie. Great. Awesome. Good. Because looks like, did you just join? It looks like we have 2 people joined today. Unless you've already been in there. I haven't seen you, chatting. But I hope we will. But we had one other person join earlier today. And the person who joined, recently, the last couple of lives, I've posed the question to my Discord. What song should I open with? So the people in my Discord are now getting some input on the opening. Oh, you're Y. Oh, you're Y. Okay. I didn't realize that you were that person. Right. I knew you were Y on TikTok. I did not realize that you're Danny on this other platform. But I'm so glad you joined my my Discord. I don't know if you got to hear. I did your request. I opened with "Follow the Money." I don't know if you were there or not. I guess probably not. But I did. I did it. So I'm giving the people in my Discord the chance to choose the opening song. I don't know if I'm going to do that every single time, but it seems like a good thing to do, right? I'm so glad you like it. I actually started off today's live. I did that. And since that got me onto the political song thing, I did several of them. I don't know if you've heard, I have not released the song, but I made a video of it the other day, and I've played it on a couple of lives. It's called "We Don't Want To." So I did that one. I'm always hesitating to do that one because, there are several political songs that I hesitate to do because I don't want to offend people on my live and have them, I guess I shouldn't worry about it, but if they're offended, they're offended. But I haven't released that one. Well, I just wrote it for one thing. I'm not sure I'm going to release it. I've had a couple of people respond. Some people on my mailing list. I actually had a close relative who, the day after I released a song and I sent out an announcement, this close relative, they probably think I don't know, but they unsubscribed from my newsletter because they were obviously offended. This is somebody I've tried talking politics with, and we just can't talk about politics because this person watches Fox News. So I wrote the song "Anti-Social Media" that calls out Fox News, and that's probably offended this person. I probably should have said something because they think I don't know. And they've been acting like, and I haven't really talked to this person, but I've been getting texts and everything, and they're acting like everything's just perfectly fine, and I'm still really hurt that they unsubscribed from my newsletter because they were offended by my song. And then I got an email from somebody I used to be a songwriter with. We wrote a bunch of songs together, and they were offended. Why are you picking on Fox News? So I'm like, now I don't want to record. I could record it, but I feel like I don't want to send out an announcement on this other song because then, they didn't unsubscribe. They still subscribed to my newsletter. So now I have a brand new song that I haven't played yet. I almost played it last week, but I wanted to run it past my songwriter group, and I'm glad I did because I realized there were improvements I could make. So I'm going to run it past them again before I perform it live. But I have a brand new song that I wrote it from the point of view that hopefully would not offend anybody. You know, the really thing that's bothering me, and I've written 5 times on the same topic, although one of them turned into something totally different. But Follow the Money is on the same topic. And I've been writing about the misinformation and people being uninformed and the whole, outrage media and the misinformation and just the whole media thing. And it's just such a problem. People are voting against their interests because they're being misled. Fox News, I don't mention Fox News and Follow the Money, but maybe you could tell that that's what I was thinking of when I wrote it. Because they're like, their sole existence is to make people mad at each other. That's the whole reason for existence, is to make people scared and mad. That's what they exist for. So I mentioned them specifically in my song Anti-Social Media. I did both of those tonight. And Gratitude in a Heartbeat, in case you are not aware, and those of you who are not aware, that was actually the first song. I've done this with several songs, but starting with Gratitude in a Heartbeat, there's this one line in that song that I feel like that stands on its own. It's a message that I just think, is worth putting out there on its own. So I created a line of merchandise. Merch. With Gratitude in a Heartbeat. What more does anyone need? So you can, on my website, I have that. T-shirts and coffee mugs and a bunch of other stuff. And I've done this with several songs. So I have that one, and then I have a song, which I also did tonight, Young Enough to Know Better. And I have the line, "A ray of hope is just enough for me." And let's see, what other song did I do that with? I have one more song about peace. There's a line, "Every impossible dream come true starts with the imagination." So I created merch around that. And what other song? Oh, Darkness. Darkness is for dreaming. So those are all on my website. You can get all that on my website, SethHillaryJackson.com. And again, there's that link in my profile that takes you to the link tree with all of my links. Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you, Sabrina, for sharing the live. So I encourage everybody to go to that link and join my Discord and go to my website and follow me on all the other platforms, especially in case TikTok gets banned, which it's not looking good based on the recent Supreme Court hearing. But I'm still holding out some hope. All they have to do is delay it a few days. And, it's really ironic almost, because I'm as much of an anti-Trump person as there is, but I'm hoping that he's going to save TikTok. I guess if he can do one good thing, that would be it. I would be thankful if he did this one good thing. So if they can just wait like one more day. I don't know why they decided the ban has to go into effect on the 19th when the new president comes in on the 20th. But I don't know, TikTok, I don't really know the law, but as far as I heard somebody say that TikTok announced they're shutting it down, but I haven't seen that followed up anywhere. I just saw a social media post claiming that. Or maybe it was a TikTok video that claimed it. I don't know. But I haven't seen any news articles confirming that. I Googled it. But my understanding of the law is that they have to show that they're making an effort. They get 6 months if they can show they've taken steps towards selling. So if TikTok takes some action that apparently that makes it look like they're selling, they can buy one day, hopefully. But I'm getting worried because, you know, I'm a member of this live agency, and they've been really great. But ever since that Supreme Court ruling, the hearing, I haven't heard a word from them. So they must be worried. They must be sitting. I don't know why they haven't been. They haven't been really saying anything. So I really would like to know what they're thinking. Hopefully they. Oh, thank you, only Itzel for the TikTok and the rose. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for everybody who's sharing the love. I really appreciate all of you. And I can't believe I'm still here because I guess I can just go on and on and on because I'm a yapper, even after I've stopped doing songs. And for those of you who have joined, I do original songs, and Emma is here and Gigi is here. I do original songs, but I have long COVID, I have chronic fatigue. So when I reach, you know, I start getting around an hour, I don't want to overexert because I don't want to get post-exertional malaise, which is actually a thing. So I'm so glad you're all still here and you're hanging around, and this is really great. And I love just like being with you all and chatting. But I am the fatigue is starting to make me think I should just oh, hey, Pollen, if you're still here, you know, the thing I do is I do original songs. So I don't really do any covers, although occasionally once in a blue moon, I do some Grateful Dead covers because I'm such a big Deadhead and I love doing Grateful Dead songs. But my thing is that I'm a songwriter. So I really am here mostly to do my originals. And I hope you will come back for another live and hear some of my original songs. Oh, why? Thank you so much for 20 roses. Now I'm glad I hung around. I really appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Why? But I really think I gotta go and lie down for it's really weird now. It's like the time of day. It's almost bedtime. So if I lie down now, then I'm gonna go to bed later. But I really think I need to do that. So I'm not sure when I'm gonna be live again. Probably not tomorrow night. If I can do it Tuesday, I will. Hopefully I will be able to do it sometime within the next few days. But if you're following me and you have your notifications set, you will be notified. And if you're on my Discord, you will see a notification that I'm going live. I usually, post an alert a few minutes in advance, but then there's an automatic message when I go live. It just automatically says that I'm live. So I hope I'll see you all there, and I hope I'll see you at my next live. And I really appreciate you all being here. This is really so much fun. And I love to have the opportunity to share my music and my stories and everything with all of you. And I hope I've been able to make your night a little bit better. And if I have, then I've done what I want to do. I've done my job.